I'll be reacting to the Idaten Deities Know Only Piece episode 11. I will be watching it from Crunchyroll's website, and I will be starting my reaction in 1, 0, go. Oh, hell yeah. I'm pumped up for this. And I always love when they tell me, okay, logo. Or now it's here. I just wonder what type of deviation Miko's going to be planning, though. Because she's super cautious. I don't think she'd be doing anything crazy like that unless she had humongous plans. You know what? The way Frontier was moving kind of reminds me of like the spin ball in a Sonic game. Oh! I wouldn't be surprised if Miku set up multiple tunnels or something. I mean, her and her cronies did have 7 years to be planning things. Oh! And the way she describes Miku as a bitch, I'm like, damn. But then again, I guess I'm not gonna blame her. At least from what we've seen of Miku so far in the series, she can't seem like she has a pretty damn abrasive personality. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that in a fucking good way. I wonder if the opening symbolizes something because usually when you have visuals like characters' body parts moving, in anime it means like sometimes they could be losing the body parts or something like that. Then again, it could just be reference to the regeneration abilities too, though. Speaking of which, I wonder what the writers are going to do with Gil because she hasn't really interfered in the narrative much yet. So I wonder if they're going to have her do something major for this season or potential next season if the series were to ever get one. Or now it's back. I mean, hey, whatever it was, at the very least, that got Rin's attention. It's better if she be active than completely inactive because they're going to need her. Ah. But hey, you know what? Paula's probably going to get through eventually, though. Oh, shit. Oh, no. Whoa! You can tell Rin held up back there. Because if she really wanted... Because if she didn't have that type of control over herself, she would have accidentally unleashed the full abilities of that blade. The way she just did it all matter of fact. Oh, man. Okay, hopefully I can explain the situation before it gets super spicy. I mean, hey, now's the perfect time for me to be starting catching up to speed now. I just see Cell was there to explain it to Rin though, because he probably have the most details, and she could probably put her up to speed like that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I wish he still was there to like explain the whole thing. He'd be able to like put it like that. Oh, that's. I like that dynamic between Cordy and Paula. Though. That's cute. Yeah, I'm actually surprised. Who knows? Maybe the demon killed her grandfather and absorbed his memories. That's a possibility. Oh! And that's if she hasn't already figured it out yet. Oh, fuck. What does she mean by ideally would get to? What, does she have a way of killing an Idaten? Hey, that's oh fuck. And you know he ain't wrong, because even in the oh man. But you know, Mika wasn't wrong about their intelligence though. We don't all have to remain exactly thinkers. Prontia's not no, Prontia's got average intelligence, but he's lazy. And then we haven't really seen enough intelligence feats from Paula. Oh. So Jem was gentleman. How much of a gentleman he's still actually? Oh, could she be falling? Falling for a boy? I could ship that. I like how she has like a little stand. Oh no. I just love the Dragon Ball like fighting that's going on. Poor Paula. Oh. I kind of wish to see how Hayato would have stacked up against Rin though in sparring. Oh fuck. Why do I get a feeling something bad's gonna happen? Oh, because what Mika was saying, that's what was fucking worrying me. Oh shit. I'm assuming Miko probably collaborated with that chick that Pisca that she was talking with earlier. Yeah. Oh boy. That probably is not a regular soldier. I wouldn't be surprised if she's a demon. Oh! Okay, the technology for that has gone up then. Holy. Yeah, because right when they were introducing the scientists with type of machinery, oh shit! And the thing he's not gonna suspect her to have turned to now. Well, at least potentially turned. Yep. Oh, it's all gonna go south now, isn't it? And the thing is, he's so used to talking with her. Yeah, he wasn't gonna have his guard up. And the thing is, we know Issa wouldn't have been strong. Even if he would have had his guard up, he wouldn't have been strong enough to take her on either. Yeah. What, so does he have like a mini EMP device to be canceling out all the. Oh. You know, don't get me wrong, I don't want to see our boy suffer. But I do like how this is one of the rare moments where you see Issa actually make a huge mistake. And it's a reasonable mistake, too. Oh, it's brother we're talking about. The only one that would have probably noticed that would have probably been Issa, and that's about it. No one else would have noticed that. Boy, I'm assuming they're gonna do the same thing to Corey too. Yep. I mean, if they're gonna be Scalop, then same thing's gonna happen to Corey too. And the thing is, oh man. Oh no. And the three left aren't exactly the best thinkers. Hey, it's gonna. Hey, okay, I'm glad at least there's one I got. They're gonna fucking need it. Okay, at least you know something is off. I'm pretty sure that's not gonna hurt Prontia. Yep, I mean he is on a similar too. The thing is, it's too fucking late. Because knowing Miko, she's probably already completely covered the tracks. Oh, but yeah, that's not gonna hurt him though. Bronte, that was probably just a scratch. I think it should be more in the Ward category. I like how it's this diplomatic crap. That's how you looked at it. Oh, that would probably be the understatement. Damn, how much work has this lady been going through? What? Holy. Oh, no, 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 no. They turn Easterly and Paula into chicken nuggets. Oh. Oh, boy. I mean, hey, at least she's used to the pain with training with Rendo. Oh. They haven't witnessed the type of training. I wouldn't be surprised if EC actually does scream, though. Because Paula seems like he takes training more seriously. And he's a. Damn! Probably all the time she's been overworked. Yeah, I'm actually not surprised that Isili would be screaming because he hasn't been receiving as much rough training as Paula has. Oh, hold on a minute, OG. Oh, okay. At least we're getting to see her go through some character development. What's the solution to that? Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, the facts don't give a shit about their feelings, sadly. I understand Gil's perspective, though, of wanting peace. There's nothing wrong with that, but he said, yeah, I mean, Paula did. Oh, so that explains why your girl was fucked up in the opening. The thing is, though, Paula's different because, unlike the others, Paula actually did use her body to shield Corey from being killed by Ren. Oh, thanks for the info on a minute, OG. Oh. Hey, I'm not going to blame him one bit. Well, because he probably gives a shit about Paula. That's the difference. Oh. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to save Paula. Corey at least tries to save Paula at the very least. Because EC, it's like, yeah, I understand him not really bothering want to save him, but Paula, I could see why he'd want to do that if he does contemplate it anyway. I like how she's, but there's really no compromise at all. It instantly shows off Corey. I like how you can tell Rin's motherly instinct just acts. I like how Rin's talking like a mama now. Damn, they don't know anything either. Oh, I feel sorry for Keel. She doesn't deserve that rough treatment. Oh! Damn! But I do like that, though. She, and it makes sense when it's not going to think it through. Yeah. She doesn't. And that probably falls into the plans of Miko and Pisca a lot, too. Well, I'd say Miko and the scientists, anyway. I feel bad for that dolphin. Oh, no. Oh, yeah. Thanks for that info, Anime Doji. Oh, man. Makes me wonder, are they even? No, they still got to be alive because I don't want them to be killed. But damn. No, nothing is going to end. Wait, what? No, that's it. Oh, fuck. I mean, the episode was amazing, but if that's the last bit they ever showed the series, what the? This does not feel like a season. Okay, no, it does feel like a season finale, but this feels like, at the same time, it feels like it'd be like the halfway point of a series, though. It's still an amazing episode. I'm going to give the last episode a 10 out of 10 regardless, but holy shit. Let me just see if there's a season 2. Wait. Yeah, no, there's no season 2 announcement. Fuck. Wow. Yeah. And apparently, I'm checking my anime list. Apparently, the manga for this series is on hiatus, and I think it adapted the current manga material, and the manga's been on hiatus. Still amazing episode. But oh, yeah, it's on hiatus apparently. Holy shit. Well, yeah, I'm gonna react to Nighthead next Anime Doji, but all right. Now here's the thing. I may have given the final episode a 10 out of 10, but here's my score for the series overall before I break down why this episode is 10 out of 10. If I had to rate the series overall on a scale of 1 to 10, there's where my sense is a little different. My scale, 1's abysmal, 5's average, and 10 is exceptional. Now, here's my score. I rate the series overall a 7 out of 10, and that's only if it never gets a season 2. So even if it doesn't get a season 2, it will still be an above average anime for me. But I can't give it that badass 8 out of 10 rating if it never gets to season 2, though, because it'll be like, oh, yes. Because then they'll be like, hey, y'all, please check out the series that has no ending, that ended on one of the most painful cliffhangers I've ever seen in my life. That'd be pretty fucking hard. Now, if this series were to get a season 2, then I'd be like, fuck yeah, check this series out. It's badass, and it has a badass season 1 cliffhanger. Then things be different. But as things currently stand, though, I'll give it a 7 out of 10. But if it were to get a season 2, I would bump up my score instantly to an 8 out of 10. And if, say, the season 2 were to be super ultra badass stuff, then I'll bump up my score to an 8.5 out of 10. That's only given if it gets a season 2. If it doesn't, I gotta limit my score to a 7 out of 10 because it's like, yeah, amazing episode, but it's like, are we gonna get more? Or is that it? Like, don't get me wrong, it was a great final episode and all that, but I'm like, well, yeah, it's incomplete. It is. Let's just be honest. But let me first break down why I thought the episode was 7 out of 10. Then I'll break down why I give it a 7 out of 10 rating. Reason why I thought the series was a high tier, well, the episode was a high tier one, is because you cover a lot of plot points. For one, Miku, thank you for the night. I don't know if it has a season 2 Nighthead anime or no. Ask me that when I react to it because I'll look that information up while I'm reacting to Nighthead. For now, Anime Dojo, just keep the conversation limited towards Idaten because that's what I'm reacting to. Just keep it relevant to Idaten. But here's why I thought it was 10 out of 10 worthy. For one, you get a lot of plot progression. Miku makes her move. You got Paula and Issei captured. You've got Ren get out of her funk and actually trying to do something. And you get all this in a singular episode. And you get Gil and the OG Gil wanting to have a peaceful resolution between demons and humans. But at least you got one of the Gils be questioning what's good and bad. And simultaneously, aside from getting stuff like that, you do have Pronto give a good point as to why it'd be difficult for demons and humans and Idaten to have peace. So I do love how this episode covers all those plot points. It really makes things in the episode much more impressively written. And aside from that, you get a lot from a character standpoint. For one, I like how when it comes to this episode, you get to see how Piscola really feels about Issei. You can see that she absolutely loathes the dude. And I do like that because, yeah, you never see Issei ever have a positive banter with almost anyone else in the series. You never really see him have a sense of camaraderie with anyone, whether that be his training with Rin and all that, or things of that nature. But what I do love is the character development for Corey because even though, yes, the brainwashing on Corey is undone, you see that he does give a shit about Paula, and for good reason, because Paula saved his life. She literally let herself cut to be saved by Corey, and you see him completely unnerved when he sees poor Paula tormented like that. And that's what I really, really loved about this episode because it has a lot of emotion and it makes Corey much more lovable too. And then in addition to that, I love how when it comes to Issei, he does make a mistake in overlooking a few things, but it's a natural mistake because people do make mistakes. So I love how in this episode, they prevented him from being a potential Mary Sue. Okay, yeah, I'm definitely going to be excited for that new opening Anime Doji. And aside from what they did with that element, I also love the fact that for this episode, they really, really made it hard-hitting. Aside from the bits that we got, they really just made it hard-hitting, just the type of relationship that some of the Idaten had with Corey and Piscola, because it only makes the betrayal, well, I wouldn't say betrayal because, well, they were brainwashed, but only makes their switch that's much more alarming and distressing to watch in a good way. And in addition to that, I actually love the characterization for Ren, just seeing how much she acted like mother, trying to find both Issei and Paula, but it's too late because they're already long the fuck captured. And the only sense of optimism is Corey because it's definitely implying that dude, he is willing to betray the demons to help rescue Paula, at least from his facial expression. That the faces he was making, those faces do not look like that they're coming from a face of a man who's going to do absolutely nothing while they watch their loved one get tormented. Corey doesn't color me as that kind of man. And that's another element I loved about this episode. Yeah, I'll react to Blue Period on Friday, Anime Doji, but yeah, I'll react to it on Friday, but that's gonna be last priority though, because Blue Period did okay, but I'm gonna be focusing more on the new anime than Blue Period. So yeah, I'll react to Blue Period, but it's not gonna be number one priority. And that's what I loved about this episode. Oh, and then the way Nico and the scientists made epic plans, it only made a much more engaging antagonist, just seeing how they were able to outsmart their enemy, despite not having any of the strength advantages at all. That's why I thought, from a character standpoint, the episode was amazingly written. Hell, I even love how both the guilds are starting to question their own perspectives, too. And that's why I was in love with the script, and I thought it was near perfection. It only made the cliffhanger at the end of the episode much more painful to watch. As for other bits, I gotta say, the animation quality was amazing. From like the scene where we get to see Rin running and destroying all those trees towards Piscalat going against Issei, and then some of the training montage sequences, it looked fucking gorgeous. And that's what I really loved. I'd say if I had to be nitpicky, I was like, maybe they could have had an opportunity of having Hayato and Rin spar a bit just to see how much of a long way Hayato's come from a strength standpoint. But I guess they didn't really need that because Paula does need more training. And when it comes to Hayato, I mean, the dude can at the very least was able to take on semi-strong demons before the time skip. And I'm pretty sure that Hayato's stronger. Well, we know he's stronger now because he does pretty decently when sparring against Corey, him and Gil. So, yeah, that's what I loved about this episode. Artwork was actually really beautiful, too. I got to give credit to the craftsmanship involved in that. Yeah, I can't wait for that, too, Anime Doji. The voice performances were absolutely fantastic. The music was great. And that's why, if I had to rate the episode overall, I'm like, yeah, the episode definitely deserves 10 out of 10. Now, as for the series itself, there's a reason why I give it an above average rating of a 7 out of 10. It has a lot of stuff going for it. Thought the characters it had were great. It actually took a topic of a character being, ravaged, but it handled it better than I'd seen some other animes handle it. Not only that, but it does a great job of putting the protagonists in like the driver's seat for majority of series, and then having like that switcheroo with the antagonist winning at the end of episode 11 to an extent. You rarely see that. Most of the time in anime, you see the protagonist back into the corner for the majority of series, then they do a switcheroo and they beat the antagonist. This is like the opposite. It was the protagonist having the upper hand until the finale of the season. I was impressed. I was like, damn, that's impressive. And that's why I thought it had a crazy, amazing writing. It was refreshing. As far as animes go, it's refreshing. Because as a guy who's seen all the non-sequel, non-spin-off animes for 6 seasons straight, at least most of them, that is a rarity. So that's what I was impressed with. Anime Doji, you already asked me that question. I'm likely not going to watch Inuyasha. You already asked me that. Remember? I remember you asked me that last year. You did. I know you did. Because I answered it the same way. I haven't seen Inuyasha, so I'm not going to see that one. And yeah, that's why I was a big fan of the writing of the series. Great characters, because you had multiple character arcs. You had Rin. We saw how she wasn't super strong, but then eventually she became physically and mentally strong throughout the years after the loss that she went through. I love how this episode shows you the series, she goes through PTSD and seeing anything that has her grandfather's memories, but then afterwards she suffers trauma and doesn't take any actions at all for a large amount of time until she sees Major Demon again. And I like that because then you see Rin's mama instincts kicked in. So I kind of like that arc where she suffers through psychological pain, but then she brings it together after contemplating things for multiple years. I think it makes Rin a nice character. And I love what they did with Hayato too, where he doesn't take training seriously until he was put towards situations where with the massive amounts of adversity, and that is in life. Sometimes you don't take action until the problem is right in front of you. So I'm excited for almost all of them anime, Doji. So that's what I loved when it came to Hayato. Thought he had a good amount of character development. I actually like Paula, seeing her gentle nature. Even though she didn't go through arcs like Hayato or Rin, she was still a nice character regardless. And the surprising character was Corey. I like how Corey, he went from being a character that I didn't think much of to a character where, like, okay, they gave him some emotional depth because you can tell how much he does adore Paula after Paula saved him. And plus all the nice banter he's had with Paula in previous episodes. So that's what I thought the character running the episode was amazing. And I even love how I didn't mention that one of Bronte's weaknesses is his lack of attention to detail and his laziness. And that rears its ugly head in this episode in a good way because it gives Bronte a natural character flaw. Because him not noticing that the lady was Miku makes sense because Bronte isn't exactly the most worker productive individual, and it's in his character too. It doesn't feel out of the left field. That's what I thought the writing was amazing because throughout the series, it stayed true towards its protagonist from start to finish. It didn't really have any moments where I felt any of the mains acted out of the character at all, at least that I know of. And I love what they did with Ichigo too, even though he didn't have as much battle with the mains as much. I love how he was intelligent, but he made his mistakes too on occasions, and I love that. It makes the characters feel more real. That's why, from a character standpoint, what can I say? The episode was absolutely, literally amazing. And the series, too. All right, I'll see you in that one, Anime Doji. And that wasn't the only bit that I also loved about this series, too. Because aside from the amazing character and story writing, the animation quality was amazing. Yes, it's been noted that Studio Mappa's been having production issues, but I didn't notice them. I think they did a damn great job, if you ask me. I was like, Studio Mappa had production issues for this series? Not that I can tell. There wasn't any production issues at all, in my opinion. So visually, it was great. Yeah, maybe it doesn't look as, say, pretty as Studio Mappa's Jujutsu Kaisen, but the series looked good to great. So I had no issues with the animation quality at all. I thought the artwork was pretty good. No, I thought the artwork was great. I thought the character designs were well defined, fleshed out. Nothing to complain about when it comes to the character designs at all. The voice performances are great. I loved all them voices, man. Oh, seriously, everyone had a stand-up performance. Zero complaints there. If they ever were to dub this series, the dubbers are going to have a hard time living up to the amazing performances from the voice actors and actresses involved in this series because top tier voice acting all around. I don't even think that can be denied. I think it's fact. It's undeniable fact, at least from my perspective. And yeah, that's what the series, even though it has no ending, it's a high tier 7 out of 10. Now, if it were to get a season 2, I'd bump it up to an 8 out of 10. And if it were to ever have a complete conclusive story, might bump up my score to an 8.5 or even a 9 out of 10. That's just if it were to ever get a season 2, though. That's the thing. Which I hope it does. The series is great. I hope it sells well. I hope. I mean, I try doing my part. I watched it off of Crunchyroll, so hopefully we have enough people watching on Crunchyroll so that if there was a season 2, SMAPA can ask for more money from Crunchyroll or Funimation. But either way, had a fun time reacting to the series. I loved it. If it ever get a season 2, I'm 95% likely to react to it for sure. I loved it. It was definitely one of the surprises of the season by far. Oh, thank you for the info, Anime Doji. But anyways, y'all, these are my thoughts on the episode. I would really love to hear your thoughts on how I feel about my reaction or the episode itself in the comment section below, because I will be reacting to Nighthead 2041, episode number 12, in around, say, a few minutes, for those of you that are wondering. But anyways, right before I go, let me just say thank you very much to Anime Doji for commenting on the live chat. And as for everyone else, thank you very much for watching my video, and I hope you have a fun, great, safe, and fantastic day, everyone. Bye-bye.